Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 1800. Now in the last episode we ran yet another stadium event, this time bringing us in a whopping 150 influence. I now have more influence than I even know what to do with, but I've been trying to invest it, trying to be smart about it. We're optimizing our trade routes, dealing with less variety of goods on the routes, and instead dedicating entire ships to handling just one or two things. We're also doing the same with islands themselves, so case in point, here on the island of Manola, in the last episode we focused pretty much entirely on getting a cotton industry up and running here, even though we do have cotton industries elsewhere that are quite efficient. But knowing that we could get a little bit more out of it in this one singular island allows us to free up our other islands to do different things. So we're basically specializing in the New World to focus on fewer goods, but in higher volume. And then we can apply this influence to build trade unions, to increase that productivity even more, but also to get more ships to deliver around and export these goods between the islands. So that's the plan. But before we get on with the episode, I thought it was worth mentioning that I've actually moved the entire cotton industry over to the left side of the screen. I'll show it in just one second. The reason for that is because the cotton plantations cannot be made as hacienda farms. Hacienda farms are their own thing, right? And you can change the crop selection to pick a few different things. And they're very productive. Without any trade unions at all, we're getting 400% by adding a few other little things, bits and pieces, like the fertilizer, right? So very, very good indeed. And they take up a very small amount of space, only 96 modules. And we can do all of these different things. We can even make spices here, should we wish, and send it to Mbesa. But we can't make cotton. So, because the cotton plantation was inside the sphere of influence of our hacienda, I decided to move it all over and make use of the space up on this hill. That way it's out of the way and we can build hacienda farms here in the future. I've got a quick time lapse to show you the moving process. I decided to do it off screen because we spend so much time meticulously moving modules and that I thought it was, worth it to save you the time. So let's begin. Alright guys, this is just a super quick time-lapse, just a couple of minutes, and it's pretty straightforward. There's actually not that much to talk about, really. I'm just moving the entire cotton plantations over to closer to the dam, just because it's outside of the radius of the hacienda, as I mentioned. Now, ultimately, I end up losing, I think, 2 fields in total, which we could probably add back in a little bit later, but this is more than enough for now. And if we do need to extend it, we can, but I'm just leaving a little bit of space just in case the hacienda needs to use that further over on the right. Anyways, didn't want to be crazy uber efficient, but I don't want to repeat myself. I do talk about this a bit later, but I didn't want to just build completely in the grid. I try to make things look somewhat organic and somewhat nice. You don't need a road to go to the trade union, but I just think it looks good, so that's why I do that. And I wanted to leave a little bit of room for ornaments and things. Basically just put down 4 big warehouses, which I think should be enough for the 9 or so cotton plantations that we have here. I'm also blocking off some of the mineral deposits that you might notice back there. I say mineral deposits, it's just an ore vein. The one north of where the camera is now is the helium pocket, so I just don't think I'm going to use that. The one on the right is actually minerals, so I wanted to make sure that I left a road connecting to that for the future. So I was kind of building with that in mind and just trying to squeeze a little bit more in, checking statistics to see how are we doing for the amount that we've got. And we could always change the items to go into this trade union to buff the place even harder if I really wanted to, because it's not the most optimal 3 items that we've got in there, although it's decent, for sure. I thought about not even including this time-lapse, but something that's, I feel, quite satisfying to watch back is just looking at all the little bits of modules like fill out. It's like you're just painting a canvas. I don't know, something quite satisfying about it. Anyway, just fed the road in there over on the right side, and this is pretty much it. I was just looking for some ornaments from the Brine Harvest DLC, and that's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. The new and improved cotton plantations on the island of Manola. Now, they're only barely improved. The productivity rates are actually slightly lower than they were before, because I had 2 extra farms sitting outside of the trade union before, and I don't have that now. I'll probably add a couple more in a bit later, but for now, it's totally fine. These are the ones within the trade union, and of course, you could squeeze much more in there if you really wanted to. But I don't want to. I think it's fine the way it is. I like it looking a little irregular, looking a little bit like this. I've done it on other islands where it's really uniform, but I don't think we need to squeeze that hard on this one. If I really do, I'll change it in future. But for now, we were able to leave it with a few little ornaments in there. The place is looking busy. I like the way it looks. So we'll leave it as is. But I just thought worth mentioning that before someone goes, actually, you can fit like 20 of them in there. I know, I get it. It's okay. It'll be okay. Alright, so what are we doing next? Oh, also just worth mentioning, just before the episode started, I basically just nailed Arthur's fleet yet again. He had another go at Benty's Island. And I gotta say, his attacks are getting bigger. He had 3 airships with him. Now, obviously, I don't take out the airships, but it seems like what he does with them is he flies in, bombs the coast, and then flies away, which is pretty cool. I've never actually seen it, but basically what happens is explosions go off, and I hear like an island's under attack, and the only thing that's there is airships. So I assume they're just going in for a bombing run, because I know they can do that. And people have said, hey, why don't you make anti-flak, or not anti-flak, anti-air flak monitors to use the pirate flags to go out and take them down? I don't know. I guess I should do that. We'll do that soon. We could definitely do that, but at the moment I'm spending all my influence, or yeah, pretty much my influence on the cargo ships for trade routes. And before, I didn't have any influence to do it. So we're getting there. Don't worry. Arthur will meet his maker. He'll join Margaret Hunt in the afterlife. I've partially been thinking it'd be a great season finale. I say series finale to wipe him out, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do it earlier than that. All right. Okay, so with that all set in mind, now we can actually start working on other goods that these guys are going to need. So I'm going to really just work from the bottom up now. We're going to check tortillas and just start applying everything that they need and trying to make as much of it here on Manola as possible and use the other islands as supplemental islands to deal with their own fertilities or whatever else. Okay, so first thing up is tortillas. So let's check out our global consumption of tortillas, first of all. And it's low. We're only producing 8 tons and we're consuming 10. So let's work on it. So the first thing that goes into tortillas is going to be corn and beef. So we actually don't have any beef on this island. Now we've got a really good beef island that I don't think I need to change here. We get a lot. Get a lot out of them. There's there's only 4 things, but they're powered by electricity. They have their silos and stuff. So if I was to look really quickly, agricultural product, meat, we're producing 20 per minute and consuming 10. So they're still fine to export that, I would say. So let's keep that in mind. But the corn can definitely be done better here. Oh, I should also mention, I don't know if it was mentioned in the time lapse, but this has moved up also, so. But yeah, let's get more corn. Now, let's check if what's the situation with corn. So we're actually producing 27 tons per minute and consuming 13. So we're totally fine without building anything else to just double down on making more tortillas. And of course, we've got 0 of them on the island and it takes 100 obreros, so we can definitely make a few of them. Now, do we need a trade union for absolutely every building chain? Maybe. But let's just put 4 of these down for now and see what that says in terms of consumption versus production. So there we go. Tortillas. Now we're making 16 for the island that has 8. Now if we check everything in the New World for tortillas, what are we doing now? We're doing 24. Consumption is 10 of the entire New World for tortillas. Now the entire everything, because I don't know if we ever bring any to the Old World. Maybe. Excuse me. Tortillas, where are you? I cannot find you. It's showing me all the Old World stuff first. Okay, I get it. It's just, well, some of them not really. Anyway, it's still 10. Okay, that's good. So 10. We only need to produce basically just a little bit more than 10, because sometimes it goes into the World's Fair or whatever else. Speaking of World's Fair, we should run another stadium now.
Critics. Those poor people cannot paint and resent the fact.
Speaking of, hey, look at that. Tortillas, there you go. Felt. Cigars. Mezcal. We actually have 0 mezcal. Oh my god. We might not be able to do this. You know what I can do? Just stop drinking it. Anything we produce, just feed it into there instead. Tortillas were fine. The felt was fine. What was the other thing?
One step at a time.
Oh, yes. Cigars. So cigars. Let's get some ships.
Onward.
Let's get this big fat boy to come over, and we'll pick up some cigars here. No doubt we've got some. We've got 43. Not that much, actually. Kind of scared. We need 80. What do you have? That's because we're just bringing it to the Old World. It's one of those things that I don't produce enough of. But hey, look at all this cotton we can get rid of, and then build other things instead. All right. We'll let them do that in the background. We've got some time to figure it out.
Raw materials.
Yeah, so you're going to need beef. So let's get you your beef. So tortilla. So tortilla. So there's our tortilla delivery. Okay. I'm just going to delete this route.
In one of your factories.
Tortilla delivery is going to go the other way around now. This ship is going to deliver from all the other islands rather than the way it's doing it. And then we can click this, throw that overboard, screw it, it's fine. And that. Alright, so tortilla delivery. Start at Manola and deliver it to every other island then. I guess actually... Don't know if these other islands are really going to need it. We don't have any people on them yet, but we may eventually, so... I'll do it this way. Okay, so load up your tortillas and make this round trip. It's kind of a long trip for one ship, I do admit, but we'll see how they get on. Why can't I ever find tortillas? It's just pretty far down. I guess it shows you Embesa things before the New World. Strange. Okay, there we go. Bonk. So just drop it wherever you can. Estepona doesn't need to pick any up. What's the problem? There we go.
The fire
Unload
has been
good.
vanquished.
Sorry, Manola load good. My bad. Unload. Alright. And just unload everywhere. Why is it doing that? Why is it... Is this just... This is obviously bugged. It's trying to pick some up at Estepona for some reason. Okay, let me try this again then. So nothing. Yeah? Estepona. No, not Estepona. God damn it. Get out of here. Manola. Pick up tortillas. Okay, just picking up tortillas. The good is never unloaded. Don't worry about unloading anything. Yet. So then go to Alicante. Unload. Estepona. Unload. Okay, good. Benevis. Unload. Guadalmina. It's set to picking up. I don't know why. I didn't do that. I just clicked it. And then it gets rid of it up here. This is a really annoying bug. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, what is it doing? Oh my god. Am I losing my mind? Where is that ship? Get off the route. Save the route. Just delete it. Delete this. It's cursed route. Let's try it again with a brand new thing. So there to here. I'll put in the places first. And then we'll remove them. So again, sorry about this, but let's just try this again. Unload, unload. All you have to do is unload now. That's it. Never pick up again. Maybe it's because the ship had like a little tortilla on it. It was getting confused. It was almost doing the airship thing, which would destroy this game for me if it was trying to do what mail does. So where's the one with the tortilla on it? I don't see it anymore. But anyway, just assign anything to it. It's fine. Okay, there we go. God, that was painstaking. Sorry about that. Maybe I did something wrong. I don't think so, but maybe. Alright, so tortilla. Round trip. Well, let's just call it delivery. It's probably a better word for it. Okay. Alright, we've got a new tortilla delivery system. Bringing tortillas to everybody. Remember, those tortillas makers were powered, so that's why they've got even more. Now, exports. This will have to change in the future, but let me just cut that off. Oh, I'll leave it, I guess. I have to figure that out later as well. When ships are already... Actually, I know what I can do. Just pause, and that way when they come in... This one's already in. Trade that away. And then when the other ship gets in, wherever it is, it's transatlantic, whatever. It's between continents right now. So I can't do anything with it. Alright, give me those damn cigars. 80, perfect. Alright, let's deliver the cigars, and that way we'll get the 80 that was required. Yes, perfect. Alright, nice. Getting better. Okay, cool. So let's just give them a warehouse. Let's just tuck them in next to the road. And just for ease of whatever, just do this.
Of course.
Okay,
Come
so they're just waiting on getting their beef. Beef. Let's see. Are we moving meat around? Arctic, Old World. Is it called beef? It is. Beef. Alright. New World. Selling excess. So we had too much that I even have a ship dedicated to just selling stuff. That's hilarious. Why would I do that? Why wouldn't you just throw it overboard? I don't know. That's such a waste of a ship. I don't know why that's doing that. And then this is just... I don't even want to begin to look at this. Okay, so you there, sir. Get rid of this. We'll figure you out in a second. Beef, please. Picked up from Guadalmina, right? That's the place that does the meat. Yep. And just delivered to Manola. That's all you're doing. And this can be just called beef. What's coming into the island? So what would you call it? Beef? It's not. Well, it is a delivery, but in a different way. It's really just an import. Let's just call it import. A local import. Alright, you've done your thing, and you're assigned to the new route, so you should be okay now. So, Guadalmina to Manola, picking up the beef, sending it in. All good. So, we'll call this... Yep. Okay, beef import. Done. Okay, so that's everything we need to get this up and running. So, we have the corn locally, we'll get the beef, and then we'll be exporting the tortillas. So, anywhere else we're making tortillas now, we can shut it down. Just like Gordon Ramsay. Shut it down. So let's see. Do we make any here? Quick way to check is hovering over this. 0 on island. 0 on island. 4 on island. So these ones. We have to say goodnight. That frees up some workforce. Although we're sharing the workforce anyway, so. Alright, cool. That's our first little optimization. Tiny one, but important nonetheless. And that means tortillas are now sorted. So the next thing is sewing machines, if we're looking just strictly at artistas. So sewing machines, we can make, I think, sewing machines locally. So we use aluminum rather than steel. So aluminum, and then in a sewing machine factory, we've got one on the island somewhere. Over there. Sewing machine factory. Alright, let's see. Locally, we need 7 and we produce 4, but we want to do the whole new world. So we'll say, okay, we need 10 for the new world alone. So we just want to supply the new world, I think, with sewing machines, and that would be a good place to start. So if we make locally with one of those buildings, we just make 4. We need 3 of them in order to get the amount we need. And one of them, well, it's not satisfactory, but I was going to say one of them could be underclocked, but obviously you can't do that. You could lower down the working conditions for everybody, I guess. So there we go. Now that's going to require more wood, which, if you remember in the last episode, we're bringing in now via a trade route, and then aluminum, which I think we've got enough of, but we'll just check that as well. So an intermediate product, actually a construction product, will be aluminum, and we produce 5, but we consume 14, so obviously not nearly enough then. Alright then, let's figure out aluminum. So we got 4 of these buildings on the island already. Jesus. And they're actually powered. Alright, well that means we need to definitely improve the production chain with that one. So out here, there used to be a trade union with a couple of items on board that were doing aluminum stuff. Now I could probably just transfer it, I guess, but I'm just going to go pick them up. It's fine with the ship. Actually, can that ship even pick them up? Yeah, it's got 3. So I'll just wait until this gets here and then fly them back over. But yeah, while we're doing that, we can start to figure out where this is going to go. And I can always move it. So temporarily, I'll just move it over this way, build it around a trade union, and then we can optimize it a bit further based on what kind of output we have. Maybe something like this, and just a road that goes around it. We could pave the inside or something, I don't know. And then we can just move this now back to get connected to electricity. So we'll just leave it there for now.
Ready for action.
Okay, so items. Items that have something to do with all ironworks and foundries. Yes, please. We need trade union items, please. All ironworks and foundries. Helium extractor. No, that's not what I need. Just looking for anything to do with all ironworks and foundries. It must be those 3, but just in case. This is food production, lumberjack hut, cigar factory, drink production, sugarcane plantations, coca. Alright, I don't think we have to go any further then. Let's just bring this back over.
Elevator flap.
And while it's on its way, what does this do? So productivity 60%, workforce heavily reduced, 50% off. Chance of fire is increased, productivity is increased 50%, and productivity 55%. So we're 105 plus 60, 165% productivity, with a workforce reduction of 50%. Not too bad. And an attractiveness increase, actually, generally speaking.
This city is a magnet for genius.
So what would that be in workforce? Workforce is -40, so it'd only be 20 for each one. And the productivity increase is going to be the equivalent of having basically double and then some. So we'll see what that counts then. And then obviously we have to feed that constantly with bauxite and coal.
You'll always
Airborne
be
and
a
ready to go.
goody-goody.
I forgot to deliver the actual cigars, so let's do that. Alright, so they should be getting what they need now. Oh no, they're after smoking them. Yeah, bastards.
My dreams are crushed.
Ah, so annoying. I have to go get more now. Did the Hacienda guys act
What'll it
differently
be?
to that now? Oh, we just need to make one more run then. Whatever. Still, it'll keep them busy for a while. Still waiting on the beef. Where's our beef? Have we just delivered it? I think we did, actually. Yes, yes we did. Alright, there we go. The tortillas are online. Nice. Cool. Alright, looking good. What's your problem?
The land has to be prepared first.
Okay, must have deleted that by accident. So that is sewing machine. The next one will be coffee. That's going to be an interesting one. Big changes to the New World if we're going to get rid of coffee. Or change how coffee's made. It's not going to be made here, actually. It'll be made on Port de Banús.
Ready for orders.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so let's open up our ironworks. Sorry, our trade union, I mean. Slot in these things.
How thrilling! A renowned.
And that's going to give us a productivity now of, yep, 365%, because it is powered, of course. So, if we have a look now, the aluminum is now 15 over 14 consumption. Just about fitting in there. You can obviously add more of those in if they need to, but I think we probably should, actually. So I feel like we're going to need it. We could stop aluminum production anywhere else. So, all of that operational then means we can check our bauxite consumption. Okay, we're going to need more. We'll check that in just one sec. Just had a notification for the...
Skies are clear.
So get yourself some cigars. Alright, another 40.
Onward.
We'll get to cigars, don't you worry. Actually, I just saw something as well. These guys can just get moving now to the New World. And we'll just make more ships if we're not already. Okay, so I've thrown that overboard. What was that ship's route called?
Cargo boat at the ready.
So that's just called exports, and it must be New World to Old World. Yeah, so 2 ships were doing it, and they were sending... Okay, so they do actually need to do that. Send tortillas out here. Tortillas are full here, and I couldn't find any other consumption anywhere, but there must be a reason that sometimes it's needed or something, because it's full on the Island of Swords as well. So there must be a reason for that. Don't quite remember, but we'll let them carry on, I suppose. But you're going to have to pick up tortillas. Yeah, that's okay, actually. Yeah, you can do that. So in order to do that, I have to let them just get back onto it. I'll have to figure that out later. I thought they were doing something in the New World. I didn't really check. They're actually going to the Old World. If they're taking stuff out of the region, that's fine. You're out of beef again, are you? Wow. Where's that beef route? So beef should be piling up a lot faster. It is now. Yeah, that's good. Because before, it was just being thrown overboard and stuff. So I'll just check what the other route is doing. So this is agricultural
I want to look
supply.
after everyone.
Now, we don't need beef to go on this route anymore.
Don't think
And
you'll be
frankly, we
getting
don't
any
need
more.
corn. These are interesting routes I made, thinking about it. But yeah, a lot of them need to be just completely redone. Because beef and corn... Like, corn maybe, actually, yeah. But beef doesn't need to be there, so let's get rid of that. They're not carrying any right now, so that's good. We can just accept that route. Let them continue doing their thing. I don't think it needs 2 ships either, but we'll leave it for a while. So, that's aluminum over there. Is there any aluminum here? No. It's all moved over here, locally positioned. Great. So, bauxite. Bauxite needs to be made. Now, we have bauxite mines on this island. One there, that's full. And one there that's not even being used. That one's an annoying one because I can't put a road over 2 tiles, can I? Oh, I can. Okay. Well, that's somewhat doable then, actually. There's almost room here for a warehouse. It's just missing 1 tile of space. This can't move over any further, though. I guess I'll leave it. There's bauxite mines we can get elsewhere. We'll see if we need it. But we have that one at least. Oh, yeah, wait, what am I saying? We could just do this. 220, yep. And then we get a road. Now that lowers the efficiency slightly of this place, but maybe we can handle that. What about if we went this way?
Come to watch.
This stays at 100. This stays at 100, but it's full up anyway. But now we're connected to the warehouse from here. So that's extra bauxite. Anyways, bauxite. So go like this. Check bauxite production. We're at 24 over 23. Perfect. A little bit more than we need. Love to see it. So what we'll do is we'll say, again, new trade route from Puerto Banús to Manola, picking up all that bauxite, and that's all you're going to do, sir. Just like that. Bauxite import only in the New World. Nice. Super fast. That one should be fine. And I don't think we consume or use bauxite anywhere else. So these can go. These aluminum.
We're up to our eyebrows.
Yeah, these are done. Alright, so that's a bunch of workforce freed up now that we've optimized it onto another island. Now, something I'm not sure if I made a mistake in checking, I'll just check it again, is if we just check the overall consumption / production of aluminum. So it is 19 over... yeah, I think I was looking at it a bit much. Okay. So yeah, we're producing... Oh no, we did build extra, yeah. So 19 over a potential of 14 if all the buildings are running. The raw materials needed for that, bauxite, 24 over 19. That's fine. And then the coal that's going to be needed is going to be increased. So we need 19 coal, but we only actually have 8 locally made. The coal might be a bit tricky. Coal is being delivered globally, though. And I think globally it's fine. Because we pull some in through Docklands. So we'll leave the coal for a while, because I think that is handled, even with the extra ones we've just put down. But if not, we can get some charcoal and things, or just use Docklands again somewhere else. Docklands needs to be restructured. Okay, so at least they should stay up and running now. And all of this was in service of getting the sewing machines. And we have the wood for that. So that's sewing machines done. Now, sewing machines get delivered to... We checked it for all islands in the New World. And we should have enough. We have 12 over 10. So we need to make a route delivering sewing machines everywhere else. Now, I'll just check sewing machine routes in the New World. We have imports. So we're bringing them in from Lusk. Don't need to do that anymore. So don't worry about it. Beer. Beer might need to be still brought. So we'll just leave it like that. Old World and Cape to Old World. So this is some other sewing machine routes. Now let me just check my other islands. Do Obreros take sewing machines?
I'm sure of it.
They do. Okay, well we need another ship then. So create a route, trade route, Manola to Puerto Banús and Marbella. The only place that are going to have, what's it called, Obreros on them. These other islands don't. So they're the only ones that actually need sewing machines. So we'll just say, yep, sewing machines from Manola. And you're loaded up on bauxite. Oh, sorry. Wrong ship. So this is going to be called, I guess, again, sewing machine import. And just stick it in the New World. And I'll clean that up. Alright, now did I just remove that other ship, the bauxite one? Let me just check. Or is it back on it? Ah, it's still there. Bauxite, what would we call this? I don't know. The miner. Okay. It's probably a smarter name for it, but I don't know. Alright, so what have we just sorted out? Tortillas and sewing machines. But for everyone. So that's the important thing. It's for all islands. So that is now locally produced here on Manola and distributed to other islands. And it should be fine. Let's check the football stadium, by the way. See, has it got its mezz call? It's still a little low, but it's piling up in the background. The tortillas, we've got plenty. The felt is fine. And the cigars, we have more than we need as well. Good. Alright, great. Cotton is super full up here as well. So cotton import, Cape to the old world. Ugh, roots are getting so headachy now. So the thing I'm just thinking is we need to remove cotton from these other islands as well. So largely from this one and then largely down from this one. So I'll start doing that now. Because I feel like we can. Alright, so that cotton is all gone. And then this is more sugarcane, which I actually think we do need more of. So this might become sugarcane. Or maybe I can move that further down or something. That way sugarcane will look like it's bleeding into itself. It might look a bit better that way. Okay, but before I do that, let's just check. What else do we need to do up here then? Coffee. Yeah, let's do coffee, man. Coffee's a big one, but it has to be done. So again, if we want more coffee, we're going to get rid of this. So that's all the cotton gone. So we'll just check cotton globally now. We're at 79 to 79. We're barely just at the point where we'd be making what we need, and it's super full. So it's not getting distributed everywhere, but I'll wait until find out where it needs to go and then figure that out. Now, we're also making cotton fabric here. That doesn't need to be here anymore. Because now we've got New World power, we can put it somewhere over here in the future. That's the same equivalent, right? Unless they were in the radius of the town hall, were they? No, they weren't. Okay, that's good. Sorry, the trade union. My idle ships are here now as well. Good.
Fleet on the move.
Alright, so those two, they're making linen, which needs to go somewhere, but I can't remember where. Let's just do all, and then check our cotton again one last time. 79 to 79. Yep, it's the same. That's the way it should be, because we just did the same thing with these buildings. And how are you for linen? Cotton fabric. That's also full. Can't remember what it's used in. I'm guessing the bombin weaver is one thing, but I think there's another one though, right? Anyway, bombins. So do we make them here? We do. We've got 2 on the island. Oh, right. We've already got a bunch of producers here as well. Tucked in there. So now we've got 8 cotton mills. And the bombin weavers, we've got 2. And felt, we've got 2. So again, we want all the bombins to be made here. So let's just check it out. So we'll go to New World, consumption rates. Check our bombin hats. We make 16. We consume 11. If we check just this island, we can see that we make 8 and consume 8. So it's really even. We effectively need to double that though. Well, not really actually. We only need 1 more. And that'll be enough. Yeah. Alright, let's do that then. So again, it's going to ruin my lovely layout. But so be it. And they're going to need another one of these. And probably another one of those.
I can teach you how it works.
You could try. So bombins, they're not made on this island. They're probably made on Puerto Banús. Puerto Banús is going to have nothing left on it. So there's 3 of them here. They're actually in the radius of this. But it's the equivalent of getting the electricity is going to beef them up even harder. So it's good. And then felt production, which I think is done down on Guadalmina, this island, I think. Yeah. They've got a nice trade union feeding into them. Well, it's only getting Al Sarami. What else are they getting? Electricity. Oh yeah, the power plant's here now. Nice, so they're powered. They're done. Great. So that increases that, and the alpaca wool is totally sustainable to that, I think. But it means that felt needs to get delivered up here, if we don't do it already. Felt gets brought to Puerto Banús. So let's just take that off the route. And hit accept. Just leave that route for now. We'll figure it out later. That's tobacco. We'll get to that later. Create a new route, trade route, from Guadalmina all the way up to Manola. And that's going to be picking up the tobacco, oh, not tobacco, felt. Intermediate. Felt. Alright, so Cape, no, this is just staying in the New World, and this is a felt import. That's all that does. Now, the other trade route that has to be made, though, is from Manola out to the other islands again. It's going to be delivering bomb bins, but again, it only needs to go to the Obrero places, so... Bomb bin delivery. So some of these routes can probably merge in the future, because there is, like... There's not a need for 300 bomb bins, I don't think. But, yeah, I don't know, maybe. In the time it takes to hit 2 islands and come back? I mean, maybe. But probably not. So it could be like, oh, you could have maybe merged that with something else instead. But we'll figure that out later. For now, for ease of knowing what's going where, keeping things at carrying one good is totally fine. Do you have what you need? Oh, no, I'm short 1 cigar. Someone must have smoked one again. Oh, that's... I didn't drop it off, that's why. We're short 1 because that's the one they did smoke. Alright, here we go. He's loading up. He chose to take the longest route. He could have just went from this one, dude. Thanks. Alright, okay, cool. Lero's struggling a little bit. Why is that?
A shack and little more.
Don't know. Must have run out on one of the other islands.
Our supplies are gone.
Oh, your supplies are fine. So that's tortillas, sewing machines, and bomb bins. I skipped coffee because I'm scared. Let's see if we can do coffee now, though. So, if this island could just even make enough coffee for at least the New World, that'd be good. They make 70. And this island they make 45. What? Are we making coffee elsewhere? Yeah, Marbella makes 25 coffee. Wow. I had no idea. Oh, yeah. They make it down here. Equipped in all drinks production. Ah, good on them. You could squeeze a lot more in there, but it does look nice. And they have cigars. So cigars are going to be moved to a different island. In totality. Yeah.
There must be
so we could
input
squeeze
for
more coffee
output.
here. I say get rid of the cigars. Things are going to struggle a bit, but we'll get them again in the future. So maybe we could fit 3 more of these. By reorganizing this place just a little bit. Can we fit in one here? No. But we could bring this down one. Yes. Okay, that's no problem. I hate destroying all this. It's lovely. Alright, another coffee roaster there at the back. It doesn't look too bad. Oh, well, it kind of does, actually, with the... Anyway, whatever. But it makes sense facing it the other way. This is the way in. And so is that, I guess. Alright, it is what it is. We can get another 1 or 2 of these. Now, these things don't need road connections, because these are roads, right? Yeah. And what do they take to work? They're taking Jornaleros. What is this? It's just a random storeroom. Wow, you could go anywhere else you want. Okay, yeah, let's just make some room for these things then. Screw it. This one fits in here real nicely, actually. So there's more coffee. Okay, that's a few more buildings. I don't know if we needed them or not, but we can use them, and then we can actually put even more in. Let's just do it. Let's cram it. I can always add in some ornaments around it later.
Your people are rioting.
Why? Why would investors be rioting?
The place is a hole.
The place is a hole. They don't have any gramophones. They're unhappy with the newspaper, actually, is another thing. There's no police station down here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could obviously just get rid of some trees here and slam one in for time being. I mean, it does eventually go away, I guess. But I don't know. Oh my god, can you imagine investors actually rioting? That guy looks like he's one. We're gonna torch the tourism. They do actually kind of look like they're investors. That's interesting. Do they actually change the population based on who's riding? I'd have to go back to an earlier episode where a long time ago, like episode 10 or something, I had a worker riot. And they were running through all the farms. There's no way they look like that. That's a really cool detail if that's the case. Look at them. She's got a frying pan. Oh my god, a lot of them do actually. Hey, there's one worker. He's creeping along in there. He's like, yeah, I'm one of you.
My critics say I don't take enough risks.
Oh, Arthur. That's a really cool detail. Man, I'm like 300 hours into the save, seeing new things. Well, still seeing a lot of new things actually with the DLCs, but you know what I mean. Alrighty, how we doing? How's coffee coming along now? So, in order for this coffee to be made here, we just need to give it beans. The beans. How many beans do we have on this island alone? We have demand for 44 and we produce 30. So if we mix this with Marbella, these are the two coffee producers. The amount of beans that we make is not nearly enough for what they need. But
Stand aside, boss.
I think we have someone that makes coffee beans as a byproduct. No? I guess not. So wait a second. This place doesn't make any coffee beans? No. Wow. But yet it has production. There must be something doing it. Yeah, it's making 27 beans out of some item, obviously, somewhere. Could it be down here? Nope. Nope. Not her. Coffee beans. There we go. So every 5 cycles you get coffee beans? But only if you're doing stuff, and this isn't moving anything at the moment. That's not good. Now, there might be something else. Let me just check over here. Nope. That seems to be it. It just doesn't seem like that would be enough to do it. Oh, we are doing it here. What? I swore I just looked at it. Oh, they're hacienda farms. Got it. Got it. So I hovered over this and it says 0 on island. That's what had me. It threw me. Yeah, interesting. We're using the hacienda farms to do it. This is an industrial oil press. So that could maybe move. Because what does that even help make again? I can't even remember. It's something to do with like making things for the airships.
Kids these days have lost our values.
I know. Yeah, it was in here. You need the lubricant to make the helium extractor. And we've one of these on the island. Is it just that one? And helium... We're out of clay. Wow. So that's coconut oil, lubricant, coconut, and lubricant. Let's get rid of one of the lubes. And we can maybe put in some more hacienda farms over to the other side. Because if the hacienda's here, it's got big reach on this side too. Although, I suppose we wouldn't be able to get the fuel. Oh no, we would. It comes down. Yeah, let's do it then.
This city is a magnet for genius.
Maybe just like 2 extra ones. Just a little bit of... little extra. So how far out can you go? 96. Dude, I think we could get even more. So what are you up to now? 90 out of 96. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I suppose it would need to move. It actually doesn't need to move. Let me just see. If I move that over, and move this over. It needs to move over twice. Can he move modules? No. Alright, so, well, we can do it like this. Cut this away. Bring this back in. Add a road here. Bada bing, bada boom. So 92 out of 96. Nice. How good is that? It's something anyway. Not sure about it being on the beach, but whatever. It's fine. And just maybe forest this up a bit. Or pave it with, actually quayside would be another thing you could do. Doesn't actually reach the whole way, interestingly. Whoops. Why can't it fit just there? I don't understand. Okay, just can't. Guess there wasn't enough space. Alright, just pave that. So this, if this is a road, this would just be a road, would it? Yeah. Just get the road to go out like that. And what about beach ornaments? I get so bogged out of these small things, but I'm just curious now. So seasons, we have New World Rising, we have the beach. And that would just be sand. I'm just trying to see what it looks like next to the road. It looks okay. I don't think it's even needed though. I think its default thing underneath was fine. Yep, totally fine. Alright, cool. So that's just a little bit of extra coffee beans. So I just want to see what we're getting now on this island alone for coffee. So coffee beans is 44 produced to 45 consumed. Damn, we're so close to, I don't know, just having it so we don't have to deliver coffee too much. But we probably just will. I'll make a route delivering coffee beans between these two islands, because I think the two islands are probably going to do it. Now that being said, yeah, there's no fertility for coffee on this island. But I was thinking of maybe using that space. But
eagerly awaited match of the year.
I guess we don't have to. There is room for more of these coffee farms right in here if I was to move the sugarcane out. And this could turn into sugarcane. I think I'll do that. So let's just stick this here for now. Yeah, whatever. We'll fix it later. It's kind of funny seeing the tractor still going. Let's just check the stadium real quick and then see what other problems we're incurring.
Can I paint you with one of these?
Boom, another 150. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, we've got 324 influence. I won't need to do that again for a while. I can't anyway for a little while, but I don't think I'll do it next episode. I'll just focus on the other building things I'm doing. So, let's have a look-see. So how have we done?
Everyone's liking.
Tortillas are being delivered everywhere, sewing machines everywhere, and I'm trying to get coffee onto one island. It seems like I'm choosing this one. Now, we're doing coffee in Cape Trelawney as well, so that's fine. But if we could make it all coffee work in this place, that'd be pretty good. That would be pretty good. I just realized that is not in range.
What brings you here, Governor?
Okay. What else does this do, by the way? Coffee roaster, drink production, and production buildings reduces workforce by 50%, 30%. I reckon that's not needed. Whoa, actually. That cost me like 600 workers. How much do these take? 75. Wow. Okay, maybe it is. But I think maybe in the future you could get something else like this. Productivity 25%, coffee fertility provided. Good to know I have that. Yeah, I might have to think about that because I'm kind of torn. I'm torn between. We make a lot of coffee here. She's another coffee roaster up here. Workforce reduced heavily. But I think we could turn this into tobacco or something else. But maybe not. 2 islands doing coffee might be needed. Be interested to see what people think about that. But yeah, I think probably 2 islands would probably be needed for it. Okay, anyway, a bit bogged down. But yeah, so I guess I'll just continue what I was doing. So we're going to build another couple of these over on this side. This does not need nearly as much of these anymore. And I hope that we can sustain this off the back of the amount of fuel depots that we have. We've got 2 right next to each other. Now we could build more of these. I think 2 is not enough. And then there's all these fire stations, which we could actually just deliver the fire stuff and upgrade them to advanced ones. Okay. Let me just have a look. So 96. With 96, it's really not that much.
No fields,
So
no
we could
work.
definitely fit more of these. I'll try to create a bit of an even disparity between them, so maybe more like here. They're gonna need a bit more space than this, it seems. Yeah. Okay, if they need more space than that, then the road needs to come down. Probably where it was, actually. Probably about there. But we can just move this now, together. Alright, so you instead can go here and fill in all that. Get rid of what you don't need, probably about this. 100 out of 96. I'll just get rid of 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 29 out of 96. You go to 86. Damn. Alright, needs to come down 1 more, and then maybe we can fit 1 more coffee roaster in there. And it fits just barely. Oh, it might not actually. Damn it. Oh, we could change the way the road works, actually, just thinking about it. This road doesn't need to connect all the way down. Yeah, this will do better. Okay, cool. So what we can do is grab this, bring it down a bit, bring it down almost as far as we can go. Yep. I know I could save a bit on the road, but it's okay. So let's see. With that, this can rotate all the way down here. Is there a gap of 2? There's only a gap of 1. I actually need it to be a gap of 2. God damn it! So sorry to keep doing this. This needs to go up 1. Don't need a road between them two, actually, thinking about it. So that's good.
Now to smuggle it out.
Okay, let's do this again. So, this one, we'll cut this here. And we want it to kind of avoid anything it can. So doing something like this. This one then needs to come down and around in a similar fashion. And then this one could take over the rest of the space. There we go, that's 96. So we've actually got even more room So maybe I'll just collapse that road in and we can use it for the other farms. Something like that. So just to make better use of this, maybe you just go up here, tuck into that. Alright, so you're at 96, you're at 102, and you're at 96. 95. Alright, something like that. There we go. Now the fire stations or whatever can get out that side if they want. So anywhere I could shave a little bit off? I could shave this bit off, and that way we can get rid of this bit. Nice. Okay. Alright, we've just freed up a little bit more space, condensed it in. 3 more coffee plantations. And that should give us quite a lot now. 61 in total produced. If we combine it with the other island, that's 88. Now, did I do the same on... I think I actually did. No, I didn't. I thought maybe this island had... Yeah, it's okay. These things actually affect Hacienda as well. Wow. I wonder. I wonder. Could we boost it even further? Sounds like it. So a tactical trade union somewhere could actually boost these farms and boost these ones. Boosting Hacienda farm seems like a pretty good thing to do. Pretty good way to go. But maybe I'll just leave it there and say like that's enough for coffee in this place. So that's using the full radius of the Hacienda on the left and right. Obviously not on this side. To do coffee, and that'll all be fed into here. So we've more coffee beans now here than we do have roasters, I think, right? So Marbella, coffee, 63 beans to 46 consumption on the roasters. So we could, yeah, I'll probably leave it at that. I don't think I'll put down any of the roasters. There's not really any room for them. And then we've just got chemical plants and things. Okay, well, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I think I'll still work with the 2 islands, and these things will be more sugarcane because I know that I actually need it. But yeah, and for the time being, knowing that we need more Jornaleros, let's just get some.
Control.
Fire's out of control. Oh, is it from the riots? Or is that over now? I see anarchy flags. Riots. Oh my god. I just saw them torch the building. Oh yeah, there we go. Little propaganda.
Problem.
Why so mean?
Yeah, police is knocking on the doors there. That's okay. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Is there a fire station they can reach down to? There's never been a fire down here. This one? Oh, maybe. You can kind of get there if it was advanced, probably. That's one thing I'd like to do is upgrade them, a lot of them to... Look at these guys. Upgrade them to advanced and then deliver the goods around the world, like what they need. Because we make medicine in Manola for like upgraded hospitals and things. Oh, they're outside the members club. What a place to attack.
You could be a lottery.
Okay, anyways. Really bogged down. But anyway, we've got the extra Jornaleros down. All good. Everything else seems to be holding up just fine. The tortillas, the sewing machines, the bomb bins, right? So that has been a good increase in productivity and optimization.
Ship constructed.
And we're making ships all the time. We've got 300 implements now. You can consume your mezcal again. We'll have to improve that. So I'm just trying to think. So coffee, really, it's just, yeah, let's just try to get this done before the end of the episode. I'm kind of running a bit long. So I've been guessing all the time about what to get. So full output storage. Right, let's sort this out then. So we know that trade route, coffee is going to be coming from Marbella to Manola. Yeah, I don't know if this is weird to do, but this is what I'm going to do. Let's get coffee there, load it up. unload, and then I'm going to tell them to go to Puerto Banús and then back to Manola again. So it's like doing hitting two islands for the same good. Hopefully that's okay, I don't know. Alright, new worlds. So this is just going to be coffee import. The Nipper. Cool. Alright, that's coffee. Now I reckon it makes 40, what was it, like 40 something per minute. And we're unloading 30, you know, and then doing a trip to another island. So thinking about it, actually, it's just going to get backed up, isn't it? If we don't deliver it somewhere else. Yeah. But the other multi-regional coffee route can probably take it away. So this one, specialty coffee. So these just take it from Puerto Banús. They load up, they go to Lusk, they go to Crown Farms, and then they go to Lusk. So they're actually doing exactly what I'm doing here.
Safe again.
That's interesting, actually. Okay, I've got an idea then. Maybe Marbella making coffee, the island that we just worked on, can that just supply the New World totally? So forget Puerto Banús for a second. 47 coffee is what we make. The consumption is only 4. Okay. That seems really low. I had no idea it was so low. I assumed it was really high. So it's really just to sustain everyone else, is it? Is that ultimately what I've just done? We could have easily sustained ourselves. We make 122 globally now. Oh my god. I didn't even have a coffee problem to begin with. Sorry, guys. What I'll do, though, is... yeah, well, actually, I'll just look at it after the episode, see if we need to do anything else with it. But that does mean we are making too much. That maybe I could just get rid of this. And we'll send over a trade union with some of the buffed goods. So, in Cape Trelawney, we make coffee down here from malt. So if I was to shut down these roasters, just to see, what are we making now? So the consumption of coffee. We actually still make more, even with those buildings shut down. So we do not need coffee on this island. That's interesting. Unless that could, we make 7 tons more. 7 tons. That's a lot. This whole industry can go. We could just focus it completely on this island. Arguably, it should be on the other island, though. It should probably be on Puerto Banús, because this is the one that has the fertility, but it's a smaller island.
Left ruins behind.
So I'm not fully sure. This is why I'm double guessing, second guessing myself all the time. I'm just not fully sure what we should do to specialize which one, but I'm thinking, yeah, let's just lean into the coffee here. We have it all set up at the hacienda. We make more than we need. So let's just leave it as is. And that way we can say goodbye to this coffee. So there we go. So we're after getting rid of all the cotton, all the coffee, and the beans don't need to be here either. And then they don't need these here either. They make tobacco here, though. Alright, 360 influence now. We're cleaning up big time. Hopefully it's the right decision. So the specialty multi-regional route that's doing coffee doesn't need to go to Puerto Banús. It actually needs to go to Marbella and pick it up. That's the only difference. Yeah. And it was set to wait to load, but yeah. And I think there was a special pier for coffee as well. Puerto Banús. To be honest, actually, I kind of want these types of ships to be hitting Manola, because they're meant to just travel out. Yeah, so do that. We'll send all our coffee en masse to Manola, and that's the exporter island now, not Port Banús. It no longer is on the edge anymore. So that makes sense. So yeah, unload that good. So then go to Crown Farms, then go to Lusk, and then, yeah. Oh, sorry. Alright, a little messy, but basically what's happening now is this is the exporter island. So what that means is the other coffee route that's here in the New World, coffee, export, and import, these are doing the same flipping thing. I'm confused. There's too many now. So Marbella is picking it up. Manola's it's where it goes, and then it goes to Port Banús as well. Let's just do it this way. Okay. So now all we're doing is making coffee here and distributing it there. We're not even sending it to Port Banús anymore. So that needs a route. So we'll pick up coffee here as much as we can. But we'll set a limit and then drop the rest off at Port Banús. So it's a bit messy, but that one ship should take care of that, I think, then. We might need a second ship doing that, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, because otherwise it's going to fill up too much. So let's just put a second ship on it. Right, jeez. Okay, so long story short, here to cap off the end of the episode. Now we only make coffee on this island in the New World. That's it. But with the increased amount of roasters that we've gotten and some of the items we put in, and then the extra farms, we even have more beans than we need. But we could maybe get rid of the workforce reduction one. In fact, we could get rid of that right now. And we could put in a different productivity one, and then we're making more coffee, just like that. So, even just this one temporarily affects, that's just plantations. But yeah, if I just put an item in here that can make more coffee a bit faster, we'll use those beans, and then we'll be exporting even more. Now I've got 2 ships coming in, so can I set one of these as an upgraded pier?
Cargo stations.
This is an upgraded pier doing rum. Let's just upgrade one of these and set it to coffee, just for fun. Okay, so that's your coffee pier. And then the one that was doing it up here does not need to be there anymore. Oh, they're just advanced piers anyway, are they? Just for the speed. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, alright, so that's the good news. The next thing that we got to do then is do cigars and then figure out what's going to be made on this island, because it's not making anything anymore. I thought it was going to be doing coffee. It actually has its own hacienda and everything. Probably get rid of it, to be honest. Yeah, I guess that's basically it. But pretty good. Good optimization, I think, overall, I think. Tortillas are now all made here. Sewing machines all made here. Coffee is made on one other island and brought here, and then exported to the old world through this place. Bombins are now made here and distributed everywhere. So the next thing is going to be soccer balls, mezcal, jalea, and then working out the perfume again, the fans, and scooters. And we've got so much influence now that we'll just queue up a bunch of ships, have a look for some different items and things, and try and invest it in more town halls, trade unions, and the like. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Consider liking it if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and if you want to support even further, consider becoming a channel member. Channel members get early access to my videos, ad-free, and also access to my Discord, where we've just set up a new Valheim and Satisfactory server for people to play on. Hopefully we can grow a community and add more games and perks in the future. Either way, I appreciate people just watching this far into the video. Thank you.